Welcome back, guys. So this is a 1998 Pan-European. I've looked after this bike for a few years, so some of the work that I've done on it, I've cleaned the brakes up, changed the radiator, fork seals, routine servicing as well. And I was contacted recently by the customer again. It was leaking petrol from underneath the bike. So I believe what had happened was one of the carbs floats was stuck open, and fuel was just coming out of the overflow. So we've managed to get it started, and I fixed it now. So the repair was pretty straightforward. All I've done really is start it and run it, disconnected the fuel pump so that the fuel level in the carb goes down, opens the float valve fully open, and then put the pump back on, and then the fuel comes in at a higher sort of rate, and then that, with some luck, that will wash away any sort of dirt or stuck particles and seal up the float again. So luckily, I mean, in some cases you can't get away with just doing that. You have to take the carbs off and clean them all out. But for this customer, he's happy for me to just do that. It runs okay. I think that ultimately the carbs could do the balance, but you know, the customer's just happy the way it is. So he wants me to leave it, which is fine. I'm not too concerned about doing the work. I just think that, you know, ultimately, if you want this perfect, that's what you do. So do a carb balance. I mean, if you wanted it really good, you would take the carbs apart, give them a good service, replace all the seals. So that's it. The bike's fixed. I've also done a service on it, and I think it's been 2 years since the service, but the oil has come out pretty clean. So this bike just doesn't get used very much. It's got 75,000 miles on it, so it has had some use in its lifetime. But yeah, so I'll put some footage of what I've done so far, and yeah, this one will continue to live. Catch you on the next one. I'm also going to do a service while I'm here, just change the oil really, because it doesn't need anything else. So we'll let the fuel dissipate out of the carbs, reattach the pump, and then I'm hoping that just that little bit of extra flow through the carb will flush any debris like out of the float valve. So we're already sort of running out of fuel, I think. Pump one. Can't see, that's too dark. So it's getting some more fuel there. So I'm going to do this a few times. Basically, I'm hoping that the fuel will wash away anything that's stuck in the float valve, any sort of dirt or anything like that. We'll just keep doing that for a few times, because it's going to take a little while to take the carbs off these bikes. So I'll catch up in a bit. So I was just checking the temperature of the headers, and it appeared the front left was not as hot. So I've just took the spark plugs out to have a look, and you know, you could say this one is ever so slightly more rich than this one. This one I think was probably the one that was flooding. So, but it's not that bad really, is it? So far I've reconnected the fuel pump and it's not leaking, so I'm just going to go with the fact that it might be slightly out of balance, like the carb balance might not be 100% perfect, because this cylinder is marginally cooler than this one. The way I'm doing that, by the way, is I'm just squirting water on it. So this one, and on the exhaust, you know, the exhaust manifold, God, it's dark in here, isn't it? The exhaust manifold sizzles a lot more on this one than this one. So yeah, so I think it's fixed really. So like I say, what I did was just remove the pump, let it run dry, reconnect the pump, and then do that a few times, and it sort of washes away, you know, if there's any dirt in there, it'll just help get rid of it out of the float needle. Doesn't always work, but it'll save you a lot of work if you have to take the carbs off and just literally blow out a little bit of dirt. So anyway, I think that's it for this one. I'm going to continue, put the plugs back in, change the oil, and it should be good. I mean, I think it's been maybe a year or two since I was last with this bike, and it's hardly done any miles. In fact, I don't even think, yeah, I think it's only done like 500 miles maybe. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Check this out. So it's got 23 on the oil filter. I've put my name on it as well. So let's see how clean the oil is. Reach around here. Hopefully it doesn't shoot off into the camera. And then he did as well. You can see through that. It's pretty clean. So I have to ask him if he's got any records for me doing the service last. Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? I mean, the oil's still good.